Alright, this video is to show how to make a smoke graphic in Gimp. First thing you're going to do is go up to your File button and you're going to click New. And for this graphic you don't want a very big size, so I'm going to type in 500 pixels by 500 pixels. Find your bucket fill tool, click on it, make the background black. Then go over to your color scheme here and you see these little arrows. You're going to want to click on this to make the primary color white and then select your paintbrush tool. Now when I select my paintbrush, you can see all the different options for my paintbrush. Click on this box right here and you can see that the tool you're going to use is dark in the middle and kind of fuzzy around the outside. The graphic that we're making today, you want to be nice and crisp and clear, so you're going to select this nice crisp circle here. And then when you look over in the screen, you can see the size of the circle that you're going to use for painting. This might be a little big, so I'm going to go over here to size, and I'm going to click these little arrows down to make the size of the circle smaller. And I'm simply going to paint something that might look a little bit like smoke. Now it's most helpful if all of the things that you create are touching one another, but if not, it's okay. I have a little trick to help you out. So now that I've drawn something that might look like smoke, I go up the top to my toolbar here and I'm going to select the fuzzy select tool. It looks like this little magic wand right here. I'm going to click on this and then I'm going to click on what I've drawn here, and you can see that this area is selected because it has these tiny little moving lines around it. But these two areas are not selected. So if I go to select on them, it unselects what I previously selected. So if you go to your keyboard and hold down the Shift key and hold Shift, you can select multiple areas. Now that everything is selected, I'm going to go up to my Filters menu up here at the top. I'm going to go down and select Alpha to Logo. Oh, it didn't work. Now this is a very common mistake that people make. So I want to show you how it works. If you get to this spot and you don't have any options available, it's because you forgot to add a layer. So let's go back and show you how to do this in such a way that it'll work properly. Now if I look over here in my Layers menu, you can see that I only have a background layer. So I need to add a layer to edit. And if I go down to the bottom here, there's this little white icon, looks like a page of paper. If you click on that, hit OK, you can see that a second layer appeared here, and it's a transparent layer. So I can still see the background behind it, but whatever I draw on is going to be on this layer. So we'll go back to the paintbrush. I'll draw some things that look like smoke. Add another area over here. Grab my fuzzy select tool. Hold down my Shift key to select multiple areas. And now I'm going to go to Filters, Alpha to Logo, and I'm going to select Neon. When I click on this, it's going to give me an option. Don't worry about your background color. You're going to get rid of your background anyway. But your glow color is something that you can click on and you can change to a different color if you want. Hit OK. Wait for it to produce its effect. And then now when I look up here in the Layers menu, you'll see a neon tube layer and a neon glow layer. Right now my background layer is selected. I'm going to go up here and select my neon tube layer. I'm going to go back into Filters. I'm going to choose the Distort option and then go down the menu and select Eye Warp right here. Now when I do this, menu will pop up. And the reason why you wanted to keep your picture relatively slow is because if you were to have a 2000 by 2000 size picture, these little drawings that you make on here turn out to be really small. So I'm going to select Swirl Counterclockwise. And I can swirl these things out and it gives it this kind of smoky look to it. Now if I turn the deform radius up, see how it twist things around much more. And my deform amount, it's a small deformation. If I turn this way up, it deforms it a lot more. So not everything, if you're looking at smoke, is going to swirl the same way. So you can go over here and swirl clockwise. CW stands for clockwise. And you can make it go the other way. Now hit OK. Now I'm going to go over here and select the neon glow layer and do the exact same thing. Go to Filters, Distorts, Eye Warp, and now I have my glow layer appeared, and I can distort this as well. I'm going to hit OK, and I'm done. Do two things when you get to this spot. Save it, so you go Save As, select your desktop, name it Smoke 1 or something, and hit Save. Now you'll be able to drag that image from your desktop into your Google Drive. The next thing we want to do for your portfolio is export it to a JPEG. So we're going to go File, Export As, choose Desktop. You can leave it Smoke 1, but I want you to click up in the name, delete where it says PNG, and type in JPG, and go to this pull down menu here and select JPEG, JPEG, as a file format, and hit Export twice. This way, when you drag this file into your Google slide, you'll be able to view the image. Right. Now, to have a little bit more fun with this, we're going to show you how to add smoke to a photo. So I'm going to go File, New, and hit OK. This time I don't need a black background. I'm going to drag in a picture that has some movement to it. This ballerina will make a good one. Typically the pictures you bring in here are going to be too big. So you're going to go to Layer, Scale Layer. You're going to change the pixels to %. This picture is very big for the space I have, so I'm going to choose 25% and hit Scale, pretty close. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Type in 80%. Here's my Move tool. I'm going to move this image to a spot. That looks better. Now, just like in the first project I showed you, it's very important. Sorry about that. What I want you to do is to go in and add a new layer on top of the picture. When you pick your tool here, it doesn't matter what color you use for this, because when you go in and choose your glow color, you're going to change this color anyway. Alright, so Fuzzy Select tool, select what I've drawn, go to Colors, or I'm sorry, Filters, Alpha the logo, Neon. I'm going to live with that color. Oh, what happened to my ballerina? She's gone. If I look over here on my Layers menu, I can see that a new background layer has appeared, and it's above my ballerina. So I'm going to grab this layer and I'm going to drag it down. It moves my ballerina layer up, and now I can see her. So now, just like I did in the first part of the video, I'm going to go to Neon Tubes, go to Filters, Distorts, Eye Warp. I'm going to swirl some of this stuff.
Please dial 0, Mr. Carlson.
Swirl counterclockwise.
Please dial 0.
And I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to Neon Glow, do the exact same thing, go to Distorts, Eye Warp, I'm going to turn the deform radius up on this one. Swirl counterclockwise. And there we go, we're done. Just like before, File, Save As. I might name this one Smoke 2. Choose my desktop and hit save. File, export as. Choose desktop. Change the top to a JPEG and the image as a JPEG. Hit export, export, and we're done.